to Granny's Country Cooking, and I am Granny. And today we are making a big, fluffy, beautiful meringue to go on a chocolate filling pie, chocolate cream pie. Now this meringue, this is going to be the small recipe for meringue. Now this meringue can go on any kind of pie. You can put it on lemon meringue, you can put it on coconut cream, you can put it on what we're making today, the chocolate. You can use meringue for lots of things. And this is a special recipe, and we are going to make big, fluffy meringue. Put it in the oven for a few minutes, and then we'll be bringing it out, and you'll see how to make the meringue. If you're needing the full recipe for a chocolate pie, chocolate meringue pie, then you could also see my video on all 3 things to make the pie. But this one will be only for the meringue, and you'll see me putting it on top of the chocolate pie. So, okay, I'll get everything set up, and I will be right back with you. Thank you. All right, we are back with the meringue. And for those of you that are just coming with us for the meringue video, we are using six egg whites. And the reason for that is to make a big, rounded, fluffy meringue. You've seen in some of the restaurants and cafes where they have their pie and they serve the meringue pie or the chocolate pie or whatever, and the meringue is about this tall. That's what we're making today. And I have seen some that meringue is about that high, and it still tastes good, but it sure is pretty to have that big, fluffy meringue. So that's what we're doing. Now we're going to use 6 egg whites, okay? Now we're going to put them into a nice big, very clean bowl. Don't use the bowl that you may have made the pie dough and pie shell and things like that in. Use a nice, clean, crispy, clean bowl, and there won't be any excess oil to stop. Now, there's going to be, in this recipe, we're going to have cream of tartar. That has a little bit of a flavor, and it gives it a little bit of a stiffening to help. There's going to be 1 cup of sugar, slowly added. There's going to be 1 teaspoon of this delicious pure vanilla. Pure vanilla, don't use the imitation. And then we're going to put it in a 400 preheated oven. Now make sure that the oven is preheated before you put the pie in, because if it's not a quick heat cook, it'll just kind of start melting down. The egg whites will kind of go away. But if you start cooking it with the high temperature and ready, then it'll firm up real good. So we have got 6 egg whites, and I'm going to have to beat them, so it's going to be noisy in just a minute. But we're going to beat for a long time to get stiff, big, white, fluffy little spikes sticking up. Then we'll start adding the cream of tartar. Now the cream of tartar is 1/2 of a teaspoon. So I'll kind of go ahead and get that ready before we start, because it'll be kind of a slow adding while we're beating. So we will get that. That is going to be ready. I'll set it right there. And then I'll get our sugar measured out. We're going to be gently, gradually adding the sugar. Oh, this is so fun making this beautiful, fluffy meringue. It's wonderful. Have clean fingers, of course, and measure out 1 cup, and it will be ready when you are ready to start adding it. First, we'll add the cream of tartar as I'm blending and stiffening. Then we'll be adding a little bit of sugar as we go along. Then the very last, we'll put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla to finish it off. Okay, now I'm sorry for the noise. Here we go. We're going to beat really loud. Okay, we've got some little peaks there standing up. Now I'm going to slowly add the cream of tartar. Wow, look at this beautiful stuff. Now we're going to add our vanilla. Wow, this is beautiful. Look at that. All right. this beautiful stuff. Oh my gosh. Makes you just want to eat it out of the bowl. It's just beautiful. Wow. Ooh, wish you could lick the batter with me. Now we're going to get the pie. Be right back. Now remember, you need to have this warm, or pretty warm, or still almost hot, and you have your oven set at 400. Now we're going to pile this on top of this beautiful pie filling. Look at all of this! Oh my gosh! Now this would work for two small pies, but we're going to make a big, beautiful meringue. If I don't drop the bowl in the pudding. Oh. My gosh, look at that. Ah! That's beautiful. Now, if you want to have a smaller amount of meringue, you can use 3 and divide everything in half. But I absolutely love the nice, big, tall meringue that you see in all the restaurants. Look at that. It's just beautiful. Now, the main thing you want to do is go all the way close to the edge as much as you can. And you want to get it as much as possible. And then we're going to bake it in the oven at 400 for 8 to 10 minutes, something like that. Wow, this is absolutely beautiful. Not long ago, I made a special gift for a person that had really helped my husband and I made a coconut cream pie for him, and it had this big, round, beautiful meringue. There was one little cafe I used to stop at years ago, and it was in Hyco, Texas, and it was a little coffee shop, and they had the fresh brewed coffee. Every time you walked in the door, you could see it, and every time you got a cup of coffee, it was fresh brewed. Oh, and they had this kind of pie. Wow. And you don't see that anymore. It is not something that you can find in very many cafes anymore. It's this beautiful meringue. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. I just love that. Now, I'm going to slide this into the middle rack. Don't have it too close to the top because it'll burn the top. Now, if it was going to be a coconut cream pie, what we would do is we would, right now, sprinkle coconut over the top. We would make a vanilla filling with coconut in the filling. Then we would sprinkle the coconut around the top, and it's beautiful. But this is our chocolate filling, chocolate meringue pie. Now, I'm going to pop this in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, and I will be right back with you. It's going to be beautiful. Oh my goodness. Look at this beautiful, beautiful pie. If I can raise it up for you to look. Absolutely beautiful. It's a little bit brown on top, but next time, since I had it so high, I will lower my rack a little bit. But it's absolutely beautiful. Look at this. I'm just so proud of that. And I can't wait to hear from you about your pie. And send me pictures if you'd like to on the email. I'd love to hear from you. Now, this next step is extremely important. Let it sit out on the cabinet for 1 hour. 1 hour. Then put it in the refrigerator, uncovered, please, for 4 to 6 hours so it will set up. And the reason why is I've made mistakes myself. I've covered it up and afraid of something, whatever. And what happened was the heat from the inside caused the meringue to start melting. It was like a little dome effect. And it started melting and the meringue messed all up. So leave it uncovered for 4 to 6 hours. And then it will be perfect to cut. It should be cool enough that it'll be firm because it's all kind of hot right now from being in the oven. So this is the beautiful meringue. It can go on any kind of pie. And this is your chocolate meringue pie. So I hope you enjoy it. Let me know when you make it. I'd love to hear from every one of you. Be sure and push the like button and the little bell so that you'll be notified at new videos coming out. Thank you so much for watching. I love every one of you. Thank you for being here. I wish you could help me eat this beautiful pie. Love you. Bye-bye.